Hey look! An orange box from Lionel. Do you know what that means?
Jason bought a Lionel engine?
Something feels different. There's been an awakening. Wait a minute. What does this mean? Does this mean Jason finally did it?
You finally did it, Jason. It was about time you got a legacy engine.
What? Am I seeing things? Jason bought a Lionel engine. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Hey Jason, wow, congratulations on the purchase of your first Lionel Legacy Locomotive. I know you'll be adding many more to the roster, so let the good times roll.
Oh yes, it has happened. I have purchased my first Lionel Legacy locomotive for the layout. It's about time, right? It is the Lionel Legacy Reading and Northern F9 AB set. I'm going to unbox it, give my first impressions, a brief review, and of course, run it around the layout. All of that coming up right now on Jason's O-Gauge Trains. I pre-ordered this locomotive from Great Lakes Hobby and Train in Sterling Heights, Michigan, which is about a 30-minute drive north of Detroit. I even tricked Shelby into going with me. Great Lakes Hobby has a nice selection of Lionel engines in rolling stock, along with Atlas Track. They also carry a large selection of model kits, paints, scenery items, and other hobby items, so check out Great Lakes Hobby and Train if you're ever in the Metro Detroit area. Okay, the moment you've all been waiting for, and I've been waiting for. Let's unbox this thing. Now I get it, some people don't enjoy the unboxing part of a video. They'd rather just see the train run around the layout. So go ahead and fast forward if that's you. Otherwise, let's have some fun and enjoy the excitement of unboxing a new train item. For me, unboxing a new train always feels like Christmas morning. It doesn't matter how many times you open one, you're always excited to see how it came out or how it looked. These I've been waiting on for well over a year, and considering it's a first for me, first Lionel Legacy locomotive, this one is particularly exciting for me. Looks like this is the B unit. I want to start with the A unit, which is right here. So here it is, the Reading and Northern Legacy F9A number 270. Oh boy. Oh, yes. Oh, it's not even out of the plastic, but I can already tell this thing is beautiful. Oh, yes. That is sharp. I'm almost too scared to touch it. It has a lot of extra details on it. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Dang, that's a sharp engine. These colors are perfect. And you know, Lionel and all the manufacturers for that matter, MTH, Atlas, they all get heavily scrutinized when a color is slightly off. And it's been happening a lot lately, but I think Lionel nailed it on this one. I remember I even emailed Ryan Kunkel at Lionel and I said, hey, do you think you're going to get the colors right on that Reading and Northern F9? And he replied and said, oh, trust me, we are, because we went to the real locomotives and took paint samples. This is spot on. I should note that also included in the box are extra traction tires and a mount for KD couplers. It's a nice thing to include. All right, let's open up the B unit. And this is also a first for me because the B unit is a super bass, which means it has a really big speaker in it that produces a real loud, deep sound that people say is like nothing else in the hobby. So I'm excited to hear just how good this B unit makes the set sound. Look at that. See if it looks just as good. Oh, it sure does, I think. All right, look at that. Same beautiful paint scheme and color. It's really heavy because you know there's a nice big speaker under there. Oh, this is going to be awesome. What do you think, guys? Did I pick a good locomotive for my first Lionel Legacy engine? I think I did. Okay, the engine is on the tracks, and I've got to say, this thing looks amazing. Lionel did a really great job with the paint, As I mentioned, Lionel received paint samples from the real locomotives to make sure the model would be accurate, and they nailed it. Here's some photos of the prototype that my friend, Trainman Dan on YouTube provided. You can see for yourself how well the paint compares. So why did I choose this locomotive as my first legacy engine? Well, if you're a fan of the Norfolk Southern Railway like me, you already know. These A and B units were formerly owned by Norfolk Southern. Yes, Norfolk Southern sold their ABBA OCS-F units a few years ago, a decision that still breaks my heart to this day. Those F units were my favorite train to see. It's a favorite model on this layout, and it's even incorporated into my channel logo. Fortunately, Norfolk Southern sold those locomotives to two really great railroads that have taken great care of them. One of the A and B units were sold to the Aberdeen, Carolina, and Western Railway and were repainted into this yellow and pinkish color that Lionel also offered. And the other two A and B units were sold to the Reading and Northern Railway and repainted into the black and gray you see here. You can actually book tickets for an excursion to ride behind these units in real life. Okay, let's take an up-close look at some of the details of this model. Starting with the lead A unit, which is Lionel number 2233591, the A unit has two motors which provide plenty of pulling power. Looking at the front, the first thing I noticed is all of the separately applied grab iron details. Lionel really got a lot of the fine details right. The horn is in the correct place, the grab irons are in the correct place, and what I like the most is that they kept it true to the prototype by eliminating a front door on the nose. There are a few small details that aren't 100% perfect to the prototype, but this model is way better than what most manufacturers have achieved, so well done, Lionel. The side profile is perfect, the paint lines are crisp, there's no issue with the legibility of the words, the truck detail is beautiful, and I love these sprung doors that also have step ladders and separately applied handrails. This A unit does have a smoke unit which emits the smoke from these two stacks on top. You simply add smoke fluid down one of these two stacks and it's good to go. The rear of the A unit also contains a detail that I love, which is these exhaust stacks. Again, this is accurate to the prototype. No one else in O-Gauge has produced these F9 units with this detail other than Lionel, and it's a really nice added touch. This vent also lifts away to reveal the various legacy switch controls. The A unit is equipped with a speaker, which emits a really nice full sound. I've always heard people comment on what great sound quality Lionel speakers produce, and they're right, this thing sounds awesome. One detail that I thought was worth noting was the spacing between the A and B units. Lionel did a nice job of keeping them relatively close together, which is more prototypical. Now onto the B unit, which is Lionel item number 2233592. Now this unit is not equipped with any motors, but it is equipped with what's known as Lionel Super Bass speaker, which means it's equipped with a large speaker underneath, which emits a really loud and deep bass sound that really makes you feel like you're next to a real locomotive when it passes by. I love this super bass unit. When the volume is turned all the way up, I can feel the vibrations in the walls of my house, even when I'm upstairs. The B unit is also equipped with a smoke unit, just like the A unit, which is another great detail. The switch panel for the legacy controls is also located up here under a removable piece. The side of the B unit is just like the A unit. Perfect paint, crisp writing, and lots of separately applied details. And the rear of the B unit is detailed as well. It has this reverse light built in, and the rear door swings open too. That's a great added detail. So between the sound and smoke in the B unit, Lionel really convinces you that this thing operates just like the prototype. Okay, let's fire this thing up and run my first Lionel Legacy engine around the layout. Wait a minute. Whoops. Creature of habit. Okay, Legacy. Let's start it up. Yeah, Sid? Yeah, it's Jason. Yeah, Lionel Legacy. Tell me what to do. Okay, crash course in Legacy complete. Here we go. I did it! Such a great sound coming from these engines. I know it probably doesn't come through the computer quite as well as it does in person, but they sound amazing. And take note of these ditch lights and the headlight in this locomotive. These are the brightest lights I've ever seen on the front of an O-gauge locomotive. That's awesome.
Power, station work complete and ready to head east. Can I pull? Over. Please hold at your location. Out.
Sweet.
Dispatcher, we are ready to depart. Can we pull? Over. Lead is clear for your move. Out.
So there you have it, the Lionel Legacy Reading and Northern F9 set, my first Lionel Legacy engine. You can all get off my back about it now. I'm super impressed with this engine. Lionel did a great job, and I'm proud to have it in my collection. Which one should I get next? Tell me in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Feel free to ask questions in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.